Hello and welcome to the Edu Leaders Show on the Edu Bulletin, where we bring you the latest insights and trends from the world of education. I'm Jessica, and I'm excited to guide you through this episode. We have an esteemed guest joining us, Ms. Savneet Chawla, Director of Millennium World School, Ludhiana, discusses the challenges of implementing multilingual education at the 21st Education Summit. She highlights the need for parental acceptance of a balanced approach between native and foreign languages, points out the shortage of trained multilingual teachers, and stresses the importance of developing effective teaching aids. Now, let's move directly into our interview. Over to you, Rumani. Let's hear what Ms. Savneet Chawla had to say.
So we have with us Ms. Savneet Chawla. She's the director of Millennium World School, Ludhiana. Welcome to the summit, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Rumani, for the introduction.
And how's your experience being here at the 21st Education Summit?
I think I cannot sum it up in one line. Like you have so many educators under one roof, and thanks to Time to Grow Media for having us here and giving us this opportunity, and for especially me, the opportunity to moderate the panel on multilingual education. Yeah.
So talking about that only, how you can think, the schools can implement the multi-language system, and especially in the time where, national education policy talks about, teaching in the regional language, the native tongue. So how the balance can be maintained in that way?
So I'll talk about it in two parts. One, the major challenge. We schools would not mind implementing it, but the major challenge is the parent acceptance. Parents consider English speaking as a status symbol. They just want the child to be very fluent in English right from the early years. And we just discussed it earlier in the panel also that language barrier is a problem. Child is discussing the same thing at home in Hindi or Punjabi, teacher is teaching in English. Even if the child knows the concept, but the child is not able to answer because that uncomfortable feeling is there. We kind of confuse the mode of instruction, which is language, with the concept, and that hampers the growth of the child. So parents need to understand that from the early years. NEP also stresses on this, like for early years, especially for the foundational years, you have to have a balanced approach of native language as well as foreign language, because English is not our native language, it's a foreign language. How can we expect a child to explain everything when they have a limited vocabulary? Small children, they have a limited vocabulary. So parents need to understand and accept that if we use mixture of Hindi, Punjabi and English in the classroom, they should not question the school about their standard of teaching, that you teach in Punjabi or you teach in Hindi. So first, that acceptance from the parents has to be there. Second, I think although NEP has stressed on this thing, but still the research is going on. We don't have enough resources and teachers who are trained, who are proficient in multi-language. I may come from a different city or state. Just like earlier Manjari ma'am mentioned that in metro cities there are people from different backgrounds and different other places coming to those that school. So same goes with the teacher also. One teacher could be from one city or state, or one teacher. So we need to train our teacher in a way that they're language proficient, they're they can handle multiple language communication. So we need to make parents aware as well as develop teaching aids which kind of bridge the gap and connects the dot between Hindi and Punjabi and English. See, Hindi and Punjabi are very much similar, but English is something which we call a foreign. So we have to develop teaching aids and things which kind of create a harmony between these three, and children can literally learn and grasp those concepts rather than cramming it. Yes.
So as we were talking about, strengthening the child from the foundation years itself. So I would like to know from you, what are the early childhood education trends in today's market, and how we can, start early for the students to have the what is required in the 21st century era?
I think children must kind of understand, not children, sorry, I would say the teacher must understand that the teaching has to be experiential. The more experiential it is, the more quickly they'll grasp the concept. For example, I am teaching the child about shapes, for example. So we can show a window that, okay, I'm teaching rectangle, the window looks like rectangle, right? If we are sitting here, this tabletop is a circle. So that's how we can relate to things. The door looks like a rectangle, the vertical rectangle. So we have to relate to what they have in their physical surroundings, and they have to kind of sit and keep on thinking and building more on that. When they go home, okay, ma'am told me that that the bulletin board is rectangle. Oh, my study table top is also rectangle. So they need to kind of relate to what is around them, and that is the first basic thing to kind of start learning the concepts and teaching them effectively, I would say.
Thank you so much for sharing your views, and it was great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Romani. It was a wonderful experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us for this enlightening discussion. We hope you found it as insightful and inspiring as we did. Save the number 8534845670 and send "Hi" on WhatsApp for updates on the EduLeaders show, featuring inspiring interviews from the education sector.